This is the families table. Here we got somebody with lots of parents. You're going to change to somebody else. This is a different current person. His ID happens to be number 12, James Woodland. And this is his whole family. This is his whole, all his parents, all his partners, and all his children in one view. That was the goal. Because one thing we like to do in Treebard is we like to tell the whole story without making you go clickety click 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 from dialogue to dialogue to dialogue and have the whole story be splintered into all these dialogues, which is so computerish. I don't want a computerish app. I want an app that tells a story in a natural way. So we got all the events in his life right there. The undated events are at the bottom. The dated events are at the top. The birth is always first. The death is always last, except for, things like funerals that come after death. They're always after the death. No matter what date you put, the birth is always going to be first. The death is always going to be last, except for the so-called after-death events such as funeral. This is a current person. Any name here that you double-click is going to change that person to the current person. So we go back to James. All right, so his father and mother are permanently here. And for example, Raquel here, she didn't have a mother yet. So what if I want her to have an adoptive mother? We have to create an adoption event down here. Okay, and now that we got a place to put adoptive parents. So let's give her adoptive mother. This time let's create a new person. Let's call her Coralie Yvonne Socorro. Let's make an adoptive parent here. This is a new person. Now John Smith, that was an existing person, also a duplicate person. Coralie Yvonne Socorro. That's a good name. Okay, now if I double click, we're going to see under this adoptive parent, we've got adopted a child. Who? Raquel. See? And Raquel is listed here in the families table. So Raquel is indicated here by a tooltip. I call it a kin tip. Under this event, adopted a child. And down here in the events table. And here she is listed by her name. And then you got the name type, which is birth name, and the ID of the person, which is 6141. So you never have to look somebody up to find out what their ID number is. Here 6045, but here 6041. Go back to Raquel. Since I don't memorize all these ID numbers, let's just start typing. Okay, Zara Dent, 5922. Number, oops, we want to go down here. Number 5922, that's going to be Zara. It's going to be the mother of Raquel. There you go. Okay, now you double click Zara. There's Raquel, that's her child. John Smith is the father. Double click Raquel, go back to Raquel. Now the current person is Raquel. If you want to add a child, then you're going to click here. These are the partners with the radio buttons in front. And then indented underneath of that, you got the children of the partners with the current person. So if there's more than one partner, oh, there you go. There's somebody with several partners. Lena Lois Wolf is a partner, also the mother's children. There's a routine whereby all this stuff gets sorted by date. And the events might have a date too. So that has something to do with it too. Let's say, for example, that we wanted to say, oh, I decided that Ina Probst is not the mother of Alberta Reese. Okay, so how do I deal with that? I just highlight and delete. And when you tab out, you get a unlink partner dialog, which is going to ask you, well, are you trying to unlink the child from both Ina and James or just from Ina? Ina's checked by default. Let's just say okay. Now she's going to still be here. She's still James's child, but Ina is gone. Now this is a null partner. A null partner. So if you've got a bunch of people listed under a null partner and you change the partner, then you're going to be shown another dialogue Okay, now we're going to link her. We're going to say she's the mother of Alberta Reese. Okay, now Zara Dent is the mother of Alberta Reese. 5 months and 3 weeks approximately. That's almost 6 months of working on the families table with some interruptions, including where I took off a couple of weeks to work on GEDCOM, and also, well, that's one way you could put it. Or you could say I took a deep dark dive into the underworld of GEDCOM and tried to get stuck in that rabbit hole, but managed to wriggle my way out. Anyway, that's a different topic. Okay, so looks like Treebard is coming together. We got all kinds of stuff that works now. And here we got a Places tab. The next thing I'm going to work on is sources. So right now you click here, nothing happens. I'm just change this to Ronnie Webb. This is one of his wives. I could go number 6. Number 6. There's Ronnie. Okay, see there's James Woodland. So you got your roles, you got your notes. Now, the family table works. It's functional and it does all kinds of fun stuff. So it looks to me like we're really coming along here, and my goal, has been for a long time to have the person tab, which is the front page of Treebard, have the person tab more or less fully functional. Okay, so next comes sources, and that's where we're going to deal with assertions, sources, citations, repositories. If I can do it, you can do it better, and you could probably make better movies. But so far, this here series of movies is one of a kind. So there's going to be another sequel. You can bet your bottom dollar, and we'll be back soon to talk about more stuff. And I can't wait to get started on sources, citations, repositories, and assertions. Assertions is what the sources say about something. A conclusion is what you, the genealogist, says about something. An assertion is what the source says about something. Okay, so that's next. Okay, bye.